listen. Hit the like button. Here it comes.
This is in-depth study of the Christ, the propitiation, the begotten Son,
Christ,
the Lord, the Judge,
live
the
study.
ruler, the standard,
We're gonna
the
get it.
Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach,
We're
the
gonna
one,
get it.
the true Jesus
Telling the
Christ.
truth.
Here on Understanding the Bible Radio, on Screen Study, Facebook Live, YouTube
Yes.
Live, on screen, undeniable facts of Scripture.
Understanding the Bible Radio. We're back again. Genesis 19. We're going in, seeing it deep down. We are looking at it, going into it, showing the Hebrew definitions, Greek. We show it all live on screen. Live study. Hit the subscribe on the YouTube. Hit the follow button on Facebook for the Ron Saxton and Facebook, and hit the like on the Understand the Bible Radio Facebook. Please hit the like. You get the link. You get all the videos as they're published. When you hit the link, you get them all. Take a look at them. Look at it. Study live on screen. This is not a sermon. This is not a feel good. This is nothing. This is facts. Scriptural facts. Period. Ancient definitions are showing. We are right here. There's no money, no tithing, no seed sowing, none at all. No money will exchange hands here. Don't need your money. I need you to crave his spirit, that he be in you. He building his body for his son, the church of Christ, the true church. Then there's only one true church. There's only one. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Like it, share it. Totally up to you. Now, we have seen plenty. We're in 19 of Genesis. We've seen plenty. We've seen a lot. We've cleared up some misconceptions. We watch movies and think, oh, that's how it happened. No, that's not how it happened. We hear ministries and say, oh, that's how it happened. That's not how it happened. Look at what the scripture's saying and look at what it's not saying. You got to see it all live on screen. All right. So we're going to go through Genesis 19, verse 1 and all the way down, and then we're going to talk about it. So let's take a look carefully. Listen and watch your screen. And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. This is answering some questions from 18. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground, paying homage. Okay? There's two angels there. Remember, the three appeared to Abraham in the last verse. We'll talk about it later. And he said, behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night. Oh. And he pressed upon them greatly. And they turned in unto him, and entered into his house, and he made them a feast. Yum, yum. And did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. Yeah. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold now, I have two daughters, which have not known man. They want to know the men. The daughters have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now, will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. Whew. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city? Bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because of the cry of them is waxen great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the man laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters. And the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth, and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape unto the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. He said, Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live? Oh, and my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where the Lord stood before the Lord, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham, and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in which Lot dwelt. And Lot went up out of Zoar, and dwelt in the mountain of his two daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him that he may preserve seed, that we may preserve seed of our father. They made their father drink wine that night. And the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger rose up and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. And the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Benami. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. That is Genesis 19. Helena, what do you have? Okay, good deal. So there it is. Oh, her call dropped. Sorry. I'm going to get her back on the line for you guys. Sorry about that. She's having some cell phone issues, but we'll get it back. So, we're seeing with the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. We're seeing it right here. We see why it's been done from Genesis 18 all the way up till now. We're seeing what happened. And you there, Helena?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good deal. Okay. So we did Genesis 19. Don't know if you heard it all or seen it all. But this is the one you asked about yesterday also, about the Lot and his daughters. There's some interesting stuff in here. Some interesting things.
Yeah, it's some things that I didn't realize in here. Like I didn't realize that the angel told them to get his son-in-laws. I didn't realize that they were married. What verse was that?
Yeah.
I say 12, 14. I think it's 14. And Lot went out and spake unto the sons-in-law,
right,
which married his daughters. I didn't realize that.
Now Lot went out and spake unto his son-in-law. Right.
Huh?
Yeah. Right. I see that. We're looking at it. Here's the Hebrew for a son-in-law.
Strong's H2860. Chathan.
See that? They got one word. We got three. Son-in-law. Hey. It's our English in their Hebrew. Son-in-law, bridegroom, husband. Son-in-law, daughter's husband, bridegroom, husband. All right. A relative by marriage, especially through bride, figuratively, a circumcised child, man, circumcised, as a species of religious espousal. Bridegroom, husband, son-in-law. Now Lot didn't know about circumcision then because it only came to Abraham and he wasn't with Lot at the time. Just to let you know in case you were on the last study. He who takes anyone's daughter in marriage, okay, hence with regard to the bride. Now bridegroom, it is not easy to explain now in what sense the newborn child, Exodus 4:20, that's Exodus 4:20 reference there, should when circumcised have been called by its mother, this Hebrew term, bridegroom of blood. All right, see note above, which we just read. It seems to me that in this metaphorical appellation is contained a comparison of circumcision as the sign of the covenant between God and the newborn child, Genesis 17, which is what we just did, with marriage, and for the same reason, the Arabic verb, this Arabic here, to contract affinity. has also the signification of circumcising, no doubt a secondary sense, derived from the former. Ibn Ezra says, it is customary for women to call a son when he is circumcised bridegroom. It's customary for them to do that, okay? Those who apply these words to Moses and not to the child seem to have made a great mistake. See the observations of Pocock I don't know who that is. I'm not sure about his writings or whatever. It's probably a reference that he had back then in the 1800s that we don't even look at now anymore. Okay, so with regards to parents, a son-in-law. Okay, Genesis 19, where we are now, Jude 15, a connection by marriage, 2 Kings 8. Okay, so this son-in-law now. Son-in-law could be also, I would understand, be betrothed because they never knew a man, so they were not. Marriage back then is when you go through the ceremony, you say the vows and all that, and you do the family thing or whatever, and the exchanging of garments and something like that. They had strings and stuff they did in their custom, but that night when they went into their own home, they consummated, which is to sexual intercourse. Now the marriage is consummated because the woman is a virgin. She has blood. You break the hymen. The blood now makes that kind of the covenant is active. So these sons-in-laws could be those that were betrothed to them or engaged to them before the actual marriage took place. See, that's what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
Because if he says, listen, y'all can take my daughters. Right. No men knew them. So we know they lose their virginity on marriage night. So, see, that's what happens when you study, man. You got to take a look at it, study. Understand. See what's going on. Let the Lord open your mind. Let him do it. Cry out to him. So that's what I understand there. But these men didn't want them. They didn't want them women. They wanted the men that came in. They were doing some things there.
Said, but he seemed as one that mocked unto the sons-in-law. So I guess unto the sons-in-law, they took him as a joke.
Yeah, you take them serious. Because they didn't know they were angels anyway. They didn't know they were from the Lord. They didn't know it, So they just wanted some strange men, some fresh meat, new stuff, Want something new. That's what they wanted. What they had going on wasn't enough. So there you go there. And so the morning came. And the angel said, hey, time to get up and get going. Time to go. Time to go. And he lingered around. And while he lingered, see that? The men lay hold upon his hand and upon the hand of his wife and upon the hand of his two daughters. And Lord being merciful, the angels are telling him, hey, it's time to go. All right. And it came to pass that when they had brought them forth abroad, they took them out a little ways. Hey, go. It's time to go. Escape, and then he talks a little bit about, I don't want to go to the mountain, something might happen, some evil befall me, animal eat me up, somebody catches us and kills us, take my daughters, something, I don't want to go through that, let me go to Zoar. Then he says, okay, you can go to Zoar, but he doesn't go to Zoar. Then he gets afraid going to Zoar, and so he goes to a cave. So some good stuff here. Good things in here that we see. Basically the same, the deal that we just summarized what happened. And what else you got, Helene? Anything else?
Yeah, a few more things. Let me go back. Verse 17. Now right here, this reminds me of pretty much the old covenant itself when God speaks. He gave a direct order here. This is very specific in what he told them to do. And it came to pass. It's like, we see this pattern here, like even through the Deuteronomies and all of that. So I just wanted to point that out because he said, and it came to pass when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, escape for your life. Look not, he told them, don't look behind. Yeah. We see when the wife looked behind, she turned into a pillar of salt.
She liked it. She liked it. She didn't want it. She liked it.
Yeah.
That's what I understand. What you looking for? You like that city?
Yeah, that's something that a lot of people like, controversy. Why did she? What was that about? The pillar of salt. She was disobedient. He told them not to look behind. Don't look at that.
Don't do it. She had she had something there. She desired it. She liked it. She liked being there or something. Something there she liked. Or something there she wanted. That's what I see. That's how I understand it. Or maybe she wanted to see what was going on. You know how it is. Something happens and explodes. Everybody. Something happens around your city or your neighborhood or whatever. What do? You hear machine guns next door. Boom, 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 boom. But what do? You go outside and look. Why would you do that? Don't go out there and look at that. You don't know what's going on. Could be a crazed somebody out there shooting anything and everything. Get down in the house somewhere. Go to the basement. Lock it down. Don't go out there and look and see what's going on. We have that too. So we got that. We love, destruction, evil, calamity. We love that stuff before we love, the peace and love of having His Spirit in us. God, get some action. Let's get some action. We love action, And so that could have been it too. It's very possible. What else you got?
Verse 19, when we first see how God showed grace to them, to Lot and his family.
Yes, the grace.
We see how, because of this grace, and because he allowed Lot to go to the door where he asked. Now, he asked him to go to the door because he was afraid. So until this day, this is an example of how powerful grace, just grace is. To this day, this city, Zoar, is safe. Nothing happened to that city because of that promise here that started with the grace here in verse 19. I just think that's awesome right there.
Yeah. Let's see here. Here's
Strong's
grace.
H2580. Chain.
Yeah, Hain. Hit the like button. Just hit the like button one time. That's all I need. Just hit it once if you want. Hit it a lot if you want. But just hit it for me one time. I appreciate you guys being here. I can't see who's there. I'd like you to say hello to me so I can say hello to you. Thank you for sticking around, and thanks for hanging and studying with us. Please hit it one time. Grace, favor, gracious, pleasant, precious, well favored. We got grace, charm, favor, elegance, acceptance. That's what we want. We want acceptance. This is the Hebrew grace here. Grace, favor, goodwill. We've been in here before. To find favor in the eyes of someone. Find favor. Okay. All right. Somebody wanting to do good for you. If now that will be favorable. Okay. So we got the Genesis 19:19. There it is right there. So that's what we got there. Just for the sake of time, you guys can study it out on the blueletterbible.org if you want, or just Google in the Strong's word Strong's and then hit the space bar, and then you will hit the you will type in the H2580 and it will give you links so you can see the definition in the Hebrew. It's much more in-depth spiritually in the Greek. The G5485 is what you would type in instead of the H2580, okay? What else you got, Helena? You had something else?
Yeah, just a
Come
teeny
closer.
bit more.
Okay.
Just about that. In verse 21 and 22, I just love how he said he wouldn't do. He told him to hurry up for one.
Yeah.
To escape there, but he wouldn't do nothing until they got there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He'll wait till they get to safety.
That is great. Now, oh my God! Now that's the work of God there. Now he gonna keep you safe, but he gonna then wait till you get to safety,
right,
before he do what he gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole process right there, I see is
good provision.
The awesome work of God right there.
Good provision. Yes, it is. Good provision. Definitely, God does that, and Jesus says that. He says that, for His sake, God will add unto you. He will, in this current everlasting covenant. Definitely. Anything else? Anything
Nope,
else?
not so
No.
far.
We're going to jump into Genesis 20. We're going to jump in there,
Okay.
and we're going to see what's next in that, and we're going to go on and see what's happening. See what more information we can find in these live studies. These are live studies. They're unrehearsed, and they're free. Totally free. No ads on the YouTubes. You can search them out. We got over 1,000 studies still going, and we're not going to stop. Going to keep it going as long as we can. Appreciate it. No tithing, no seed sowing, no money, none of that. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe on the YouTube, hit the follow, Ron Saxton, follow on the Facebook, please. Hit it. Share it. Share the study. Share it. Like it is totally up to you. It's all free. This is not about getting followers to do anything else other than get you to understand you need to crave His Spirit be in you so that you can partake in that current everlasting covenant established by His begotten Son.
Please allow us to extend our deepest thanks, our humblest appreciation, our greatest gratitude for your fellowship here with us, sharing the letter of the gospel, the ancient definitions of Scripture. This is Understanding the Bible.